Medical Center. So when the social worker said, "Oh, we're gonna send him to the VA in Palo Alto," as you know, I'm not from this country. I didn't know anything about the VA system, but his relatives, I think there was an audible groan that, "Oh no, not a VA hospital." So my expectations were not good. But then luckily, I'm very pleased to say once we arrived and Derek got settled into 7D, we were more than happy.
And we've loved having you. Both you and Derek have been such an asset to the VA Palo Alto healthcare system as well.
Thank you.
You ever catch yourself driving on the wrong side of the street?
I couldn't possibly comment on that. The important thing is I've never been caught by a cop driving. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, how can VA best work with families, in your opinion? And maybe not just our youngest veterans, but we have a lot of folks here who work with our older veterans as well.
So I was actually speaking to my husband Derek about how veterans and family members could best be served, and his response was, everyone should have open ears and an open wallet. I definitely agree with the open ears bit. I found, we've been through quite a lot in the past for 4.5 years, I think, almost. And Derek's journey there's been lots of ups and downs along the way, and definitely being able to speak to people, having people showing compassion and empathy and really listening to my concerns, even if they were irrational, it was nice to actually know that I was being listened to, so that would be the biggest thing for me.
Nicola, can you tell us a little bit about your role on our Veteran and Family Advisory Council and why having a group like that's been important to you and to Derek?
Absolutely. So we're coming up almost for our 2-year anniversary since we started, and I was one of the first founding members of it, I guess. I hope it's having a positive impact. So we meet once a month, and there's like probably about 10 of us, and we even have someone who teleconferences in from, oh my gosh, I guess not Stockton. You've got me yeah. And so we get to talk about different maybe new VA initiatives and give our perspective, because I'm sure it's difficult when you work within a very large administration that I'm sure things make sense from an administrative point of view, but when it comes to the customer or the users, we'll probably have multiple different sort of viewpoints on it. So it's really great to be, I'm very proud and honoured to be a member of it, that I'm able to sort of voice my perspective on different things.
And I know that you have so much to be thankful for, not the least of which is an absolutely charming and loving husband. But what are you thankful for?
And I'm also very thankful to my husband, because he saved me the other day from eating a huge chocolate cake. So I'm very grateful for him and his wisdom. I'm so grateful for my family in general. My family back home in London, who I talk to pretty much every single day, or my great support crew. And I'm very grateful to the VA hospital and everything that they've done to help me and Derek in his recovery. And yeah, I could go on forever with this question, so thank you very much to everyone.
Oh, thank you. And Nicola has been incredibly supportive to the healthcare system in giving back. And so for that, we really do thank you. Because we really are strongly starting an initiative where we want to listen to the patients, we want to listen to their families. You know, this is really something new for VA. It's not something we ever did, certainly when I got out of the military back in the 70s. And so, but we can't do that if we don't have willing family members to help us. And she has been always wonderfully intelligent in her answers, and at the same time with so much heart that we really couldn't have done it nearly as effectively without you. So I do thank you very, very much for being part. Well, folks, I leave you today with a thought. Seems totally appropriate that Veterans Day and Thanksgiving share November. And I really can't imagine Veterans Day being anywhere else, or Thanksgiving anywhere else. Why? Because I truly, truly am thankful to be a veteran, and I'm very, very thankful to have had the very distinct honor, actually my entire life, of actually taking care of veterans. I don't think there's a nobler calling, and I think all of us in this room, whether you're a veteran or not, really deserve a huge hand yourselves. So let's everybody give themselves a big hand. And on that note, we are going to do the military medley, led by no less than Staff Sergeant Jeff Jimerson.